So it's Sunday night, and with there being two games this week, I decided I was going to put the two together in one huge video. But I think that the two games really need discussing together anyway, thanks to the work of Cristiano Ronaldo and Jesse Lingard, or Cristiano Lingardo, as I'm now calling him. I wasn't able to watch the game in the week because I have a job, and I think it's really inconsiderate to put a match on at 6 o'clock or whatever it was, because who can watch that? But yes, I didn't get to see the game in the week, but I watched the highlights and I was thoroughly shocked. I don't know how they managed to make a 5-minute highlight reel, but I would say that Aaron Wan-Bissaka for me is one of my favourite defenders in the professional game, and he got one red card, and it's his first one of his entire career, so you can't really blame him for that. As far as Lingard goes, he messed up right at the end of the game, but I think that today was his redemption arc, and in just the space of a few days, he's gone from being zero to hero again. And I don't want to criticise anybody online, but a lot of the fan channels were ready to hang Ollie from the rafters, and things turned out alright in the end. But let's go to the app and we'll have a look. So Champions League. Young Boys 2, Manchester United 1. Terrible news for the team in real life, but great news for the FAM fans, because I get a chance to do better. I was expecting one of those midweek European massacres, and as you can see, my prediction of 1-5 was ill-placed. But my lineup, 55 points won, because the formation you see, I put Dalot on from the beginning, and Wan-Bissaka wouldn't have got a red card if he wasn't on the pitch. But other than that, everybody in the positions that I predicted, with the exception of Greenwood. What were the actual lineups? I should do that first. So the actual lineups were De Gea at the back, Shaw, Maguire, Lindelof and Wan-Bissaka, Fred and Van de Beek, Pogba, Bruno and Sancho, and Cristiano Ronaldo. Excuse me a moment. So my prediction was 55 points. Dalot was Wan-Bissaka and Greenwood was Sancho. In my lineup, in my predicted lineup, I expected Pogba to get a break, but he didn't. First scorer, I predicted Sancho. It says here, unluckily, the first scorer for United was Cristiano Ronaldo, and I don't think the words unlucky and Cristiano Ronaldo have ever been mentioned in the same sentence until just then. Now, my man of the match couldn't really have been much further away from the truth. because no man of the match was awarded this time. They were so bad that they didn't deserve a man of the match. But that gave me 5 points for Fred, because he was just as bad as everybody else. West Ham 1, Manchester United 2. I wanted to start on lineups, not on predictions. So, the real lineup was De Gea, Shaw, Maguire, Varane, Wan-Bissaka, Fred, McTominay. Surprising many, I think, but not me. I'll go into why I didn't predict that in a little while. Pogba, Bruno and Greenwood, and Cristiano Ronaldo up front. So my predicted lineup, which I'll start with, I again got 55 points. 9 out of 11 players, because I thought Matic would start in midfield with Pogba, and I thought Sancho would start as well. But I didn't pick Fred or McTominay because I thought McTominay was still out injured. And I looked through the app, and I also checked on another website as well, and I found no injury news about McTominay, and that included no news that he was back from injury either. So I just assumed that he was still out. And if I'd have known McTominay was playing, then I might have thought that Fred was going to play as well. But 55 points isn't to be sniffed at, so I'm happy with that. My correct score, you can see that I did predict a win for United by 1 goal, but it was a 2-3, not a 1-2. First scorer I got wrong because I said it was Pogba, and again, as with the previous game, it was Cristiano Ronaldo. We've now seen this message twice in 2 games. Man of the match, I thought this was going to be a Shaw masterclass, but in fact, I didn't know that there was going to be a penalty, and De Gea can save penalties. 1 every 20 years, not bad. But what a penalty save. And especially important, I think, because they tried to do the old psychology routine and get a pitch hitter to come and take the penalty. He must have felt like a first-class tit. Sorry, Mr. Noble. But yeah, I'm not going to go into any lengthy analysis of the games because I've got a double whammy today. So I think we need to move straight to the FAM. Actually, no. Before we go to the FAM, I just want to quickly mention a few of my thoughts about the last couple of games. I don't think anybody could have predicted that Ronaldo was going to really hit the floor running the way that he has, but many people thought the same about Bruno when he arrived, and he never failed to exceed expectations. So my expectation of Ronaldo is that he will continue to exceed expectations. But I think that his arrival has really helped a lot with the development of new signings like Sancho, because a little bit of the pressure's been taken off him. If the board had have put buried their hands in their pockets and left it at Sancho and Varane, then that might have been enough to get us close to winning stuff, or even maybe to win a cup, but certainly not the Premier League. But the expectation on Sancho would have been a million times heavier, and this way he can just kind of ease himself in gradually. I don't want us to break Sancho by expecting miracles from him from the beginning. But another thought that I had was the fact that Lingard still got a run out in this second of the 2 matches, despite being directly at fault for the loss earlier in the week. is proof that Ollie has absolutely no intention of using Van der Beek for anything other than what he considers significantly lesser teams in cup competitions. Don't be surprised if Van der Beek is there against West Ham in the match on Tuesday, which, if you don't know, we play the same team twice in the space of 2 days or 3 days. But the Tuesday match is the Carabao Cup, whatever it's called these days. What is technically known as the League Cup. People in Spain are very confused by the idea that we have 2 domestic cups in England, because most countries don't. And considering that most of the bigger teams seem to think that the League Cup is little more than a distraction from proper matches, I don't think that it's really that necessary, is it? But yeah, my overview of the two matches was too much underestimation of young boys, but a massive let-off for the fact that the other game in the group was a draw, because we're only 1 point adrift of the top with 5 games left to play. So it's not really panic stations. And the people that were calling for Ollie's head on a plate really need to calm down a little bit. If you said at the beginning that United would lose at least one of those 6 games, then I would prefer to lose the first one and then bounce back and play better for the rest of the qualifying stages than what happened last year, which, if you recall, we started fantastically by beating Paris and Leipzig, and then it just all went downhill from there. So let's go to the FAM games and see whether I can do any better. Okay, so on to the first of the 2 games. And as you can see, I've set up the young boys with their true lineup. I've gone for a 3-5-2. I want to state for the record that regardless of how the real match ended, I wouldn't have played Wan-Bissaka on this day anyway, but I would have played Varane, and I think it was a good idea to let Lindelof get a game to keep him fresh, because we will need him to be able to be our first choice backup for either Varane or Maguire. I'm letting Van der Beek have his run out, but I'm keeping Pogba and Fernandes in the middle. I'm letting Lingard stretch his legs. I think Sancho needs as much game time as he can get, and I'm going for the double attack of Ronaldo and Greenwood. So let's start the game and see how we go. First things first, I quickly need to go into the settings and deselect this fella, because it's the CPU who's playing, not me against me. Oh, and I don't know if you noticed at the beginning, but I've got it on world class level. I've been playing it on professional, but that was because of lag problems, and I think I've fixed the lag, so I'm moving up to the level that I feel like I can play at. Let's see if that was a terrible mistake. But yeah, I mean, I think to my mind, the biggest mistake of all is the same as last season. To look at your group and say, oh, I've never heard of this team before, they must be shit. And in the Champions League now, there are no shit teams. Just ones you haven't heard of yet. And so I want to get these players that don't get too much game time to play, but this isn't Europa League, this is Champions League, so you've still got to make sure you've got enough good top quality players to gain the win. Pop one in. Oh, I just let it run over too long. Oh, terrible. Oh no, they're just as bad as me. Who is that here? What's Lindelof doing this far up? Come on, Pogba, have a crack. Oh my lord! Listen, what's the word for it? Mister. Right. Monsieur. Paul Pogba. Fantastic. Très joli. What a goal. You see, the computer game can only have an approximation of the skill level of the players. But what it can't allow for is the kind of momentum that a player like Cristiano Ronaldo has managed to come out with. Because I think with all these statistics that you see of XGs and expected goals and things, that they really show that statistics can only go so far. And there's a human element to all sports as well. And the thing that I'm really enjoying about United lately is this intentional return to an ideal. You see, other clubs have got their style of play, and I saw the pundits on one of the TV channels, I'm not sure which, debating whether United even have a style. But I think that for United, it's not about the style on the pitch; it's about the style off the pitch. Ferguson was notoriously unconcerned about telling players what they had to do, because he tended to think that the players would do the best that they could do if they were allowed the freedom to decide for themselves what they were going to do. And you can see more and more of the United players fitting this template of hard-working players with skill. Oh, why was I talking? And who would it be but Victor Lindelof? Linders, what have you done, lad? Now, let's see if a certain Mr. De Gea the wrong match. Oh, catastrophes. You see, FAM is all about the armchair manager mentality. And if I don't win this game, then it's going to be very difficult for me to say, Ollie, step aside. It's time for the Vic. On to the second half. I'm not going to make any changes. I was thinking about taking Lindelof off, but he needs to stretch his legs. You see, one thing that I thought with the real life game is all this talk of Ronaldo's going to bring a new level of professionalism and blah blah blah. He's going to be an inspiration to the young players. That could certainly be true. Oh, Jesse. That could certainly be true, but there is a flip side to that coin, and that's that the younger players might be... Oh, somebody's just texted me. Yeah, that the younger players are also going to feel more nervous about in the game, about not wanting to let their idol down if they are guilty of any kind of hero worship. And sometimes it can be just as problematic to be trying too hard as it can be to not be trying hard enough. Oh, that was an awful pass. Well done, Paul. I might change things around in a minute. God, they're quite sluggish. Come on. Quick pass on. Oh, no, it wasn't good enough. Well, they seem quite comfortable with three at the back. Oh, Ronnie couldn't even find a free kick for his troubles. Oh yeah, well, we'll talk about Ronaldo and penalties in the next match. Oh, I might get a pounding. Phew. I'm kind of missing Luke Shaw with this formation now. Oh, lovely tap. Chips one forward. Go on. Oh, Ronnie, stop trying to do it all on your own, son. Shite! Tidy. Yeah, we're like way overdue for a substitution here, though. It can give us a bit more of a bite. You know what, he's not going to like this, but Ronaldo... Oh, actually, I don't think Cavani was available on that day, was he? So, I'm going to pop Martial in. Get some fresh legs up front. I don't think Ronaldo was going to be expected to play that full game anyway, whatever happened. Oh, wrong pass. Get away with that one. Ooh! They're playing tough though. They're making a substitution too. Come on, what can I do here? Let's float one in over the top. Oh. Oh, it was so good. And there's the final whistle. Not the win that I was hoping for, but a better result than the IRL. Let's stop the video and move on to round 2. So on to the second match of the week, and you can see that the West Ham's lineup is true to real life. My lineup is, well, it says here it's a customized 4-4-2, but I'm calling it a 3-3-2-2 because I'm getting Wan-Bissaka, Varane and Maguire to hold back as the 3 defenders. I'm letting Luke Shaw move into a more attacking role, but he can tuck back and be a 4th defender when needed. And he mirrors Sancho, who's going to be more at the top end of the pitch. Then the 2 Metzi Fletzis, I've forgotten that word again. And somebody's upstairs flushing toilets. The Mezzala. Yeah. Or if there's 2 of them, they're Mezzali. The Mezzali. Prego. But yeah, Pogba and Fernandes free to roam with Ronaldo and Greenwood up front. Oh yeah, and on my bench I have Henderson, Lindelof, Fred, Lingard, Martial, Cavani and Van der Beek, who has also been relegated to my bench this match, because of the triumphal return of Mr. Scott McTominay. So, let's crack on. Oops, I'm pressing the wrong stupid buttons. I think I skipped through too fast, but if you go in slow motion, you can see that I'm on world-class level. Oh, I'm going to have my earpiece in so that I can hear the joy of the crowd when I score many, many goals. Now, speaking of the crowd, I thought the crowd at West Ham today sounded absolutely amazing, and the old story of the 12th man couldn't have been truer, right up until the point where they had to go home with their head in their hands, cursing the name of David De Gea. Oh, you see, even my Ronaldo just feels like he's going to score. Oh, shit. You know what I've gone and done there? Erase that part from your memories, everybody. Because I was playing against a single controller, not a CPU. Oh yeah, remember, tell me in the comments below if the CPU plays any different like this than it does if you just set it to be the CPU from the beginning of the game without a second controller. But I'm doing it that way so I can just check that they've got the correct lineup before we start again. Pogba just never loses the ball. I don't think Pogba had a good game in real life though, this one. In fact, I'm going to pause a second. I saw Pogba take somebody's legs out from under them, but kind of down at the bottom of the screen while the play was going off in somewhere else. And if the referee hadn't have had his back to him, he would have got a second yellow. So I think it was definitely the right decision to bring him off. Well, the Pogba in my universe is playing nicely today. Oh, breaks the challenge. My boys just have a bit of a sluggish feel about them today. Oh. God. Now, it would be pretty ironic if I did better than Ollie in the Champions League, but then stuff this one up. So keep your fingers crossed for me. Oh, I'm just letting them run amok. Come on, boys. Clever. Can Greenwood cross? No, he can't even keep the ball. What a shame. Oh, awful pass, Harry. Go on, Harry, make up for your mistake earlier. That was a let-off. Yeah, on the subject of Jesse Lingard, I don't know if he was intended to be a bargaining chip to get Declan Rice, but that the unexpected expense of Ronaldo made them have to abandon those plans for now. But either January or next season, maybe that goes ahead as like a swap. But I do feel that maybe Lingard's time away was just enough for him to clean out the cobwebs and really get his second wind. And so, as I mentioned in a previous video, he could get to a position where he's a valuable bench player, even if not ever expected to be playing week in, week out in the starting lineup. And with that in mind, I think I'll be bringing him on shortly. Well, in the second half. As if I don't fuck up too much before then. Now, of late, I feel much more confident when I see McTominay in the midfield. But I think both McTominay and Fred were guilty of a few fuck-ups today, and they were lucky to not get punished for them. Oh, you've got to have a crack from there, though. Things are looking pretty even. It's a nice pass. Oh, Greenwood with the left. Oh, and Ronaldo was on for a good position for a pass. But I think Greenwood would shoot him right off anyway. Nearly half time, and there's no minutes. Oh no, there's 3 minutes. Does it look like it said 0 to you for me? Good tackle. Oh, I didn't have time for a break though. Well, at half time, and things are looking pretty stable. No goals, slightly more shots. They've got a little bit more possession again, but I can live with that. I've made a lot more tackles than they have because I'm amazing. But 0% shot accuracy. That needs remedying soon. Let's go on. So on with the second half.
Substitution taking place.
If I don't see more of Sancho, I'll be bringing Lingard. Oh, keeps it. God, there's nobody in midfield. What's going on here? Not the pass I was intending, but... Oh, Jadon, Harry Sancho. Run, boy. I can see this being a 0-0. Come on, get some space. Nice running. Go on, make a good chance. Oh, and he got everything except the goal. They're making a sub. I don't like Declan Rice going off. Could be good news for me. Maybe Digital Moyes isn't quite the strategist of Moyes. Oh, what the hell? That wasn't the player I was trying to control. I need to make a change, I think. Come on, help each other. Alright, just do it on yourself. It's a good cross. That's it, substitutions. I need to change my formation. I'm going to my 4-2-4 custom. So Shaw goes back here. McTominay over here. Fernandez here. Pogba over there. Sancho goes off for Lingard. And Cavani on for Greenwood. This could be a controversial decision. Wish me luck. I don't like bringing Greenwood off, but he'll be playing the full 90 in the Carabao. I have to break someone's knees, otherwise the substitutions aren't happening before the finals. Go on. It's a good through ball. Oh, not good enough. There hasn't been a single foul or throw-in or anything. How long is it now since I made that substitution? Oh, what a clearance. Jesus, what's Sancho doing that, right? Oh, good tackle one. Go on, lay him on. Oh! I just think Ronaldo's going to get one. We're head in the same chain, Suchek. Ronaldo, though. IRL Ronaldo isn't quite. I mean, digital Ronaldo isn't quite the same as Ronaldo. Better than a robot. What? Pogba never gets tackled. It's so unrealistic. Oh, and it is. It's a fucking 0-0. How piss boring is that? Well, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. I've gained a point and lost a point. Well, no, actually, I've gained a point and lost 2 points, so... So that's it for this week, and I'll see you next week with another double FAM.